Hello there everyone from the Lutz Academy, Jared Couture here to bring you another great guitar lesson, alright? So we're going to be doing a little mini-series with 3 videos, and the first video I'm going to be showing you right now 4 of some of the most common chords that we play on guitar for popular songs, alright? So if you're a beginner, this is exactly what you need to get started. In the following lessons, I'll be showing you some specific songs that you can actually use these for, and some cool rhythm stuff to help you play them well. Alright, so first let's go ahead and make sure you have your guitar in tune right now, and we're going to go ahead and learn some chords together, alright? We're going to be learning 4 chords. The chords are G major, right? C major, D major, and E minor. So we have 3 major chords and 1 minor chord, right? 3 happy sounding chords and 1 sad sounding chord. Basic description of that, but it's important that you know the difference between a major sound and a minor sound as well. Anyway, let's go ahead, and the first thing I want to do before I show you very precisely how to play those chords, I'm going to give you some quick troubleshooting. So it's always good to set a great foundation before you build something, right? So first, I'm going to give you 4 tips that are going to help ensure that you play these chords and they sound really nice when you play them and that they're easier to play, okay? So, because I've taught so many people and there's certain things that people struggle with a little bit, so I'm just going to clear that up right away before you even begin to help speed up your learning process. So let's go ahead and check it out. 4 basic tips, all right? First one, when you play the guitar, you should be right on the very tip top of your finger on the fret. Should be, bam, right on the very tip top. Not like, flat or something like that. Not kind of on there. Right on the very tip top of the finger. Very standing tall. Now to be able to do that well, the second step is you're going to have your thumb in the middle of the back of the neck. A lot of people have a tendency to put their thumb over and kind of grab the guitar, but when you're playing, that's going to make it very difficult. So bring the thumb down, see that, in the center, the back of the neck, and basically straight, right? We don't want it like this. If you're doing this, that's bad. It's got to be like that, all right? That's what it looks like on the other side. So thumb in the center, in the back of the neck, and basically straight. Step number 3, the wrist. The wrist needs to be out. You see that? Now, if you have your hand like this, which is the opposite, it's going to be, your fingers are going to be touching the E string here. You're not going to be able to hear the sound. So we have to put our wrist out, see how it opens up, and now instantly we can hear it. So these things combined help it. So fingers right on the tip top, thumb in the middle of the back of the neck, the wrist out. Put your wrist out. If it's back, if it's like this, that's in. We need it to be like this, all right? The last step is to squeeze between your thumb and your fingers to actually make sure you're pressing down on the string tight enough to get the sound, right? If it sounds like this, or with some buzz, it simply means you're just not pressing tight enough. But don't rely on only one side to push. Use your thumb as well to squeeze and pinch together to make your hand stronger. So you have to build some strength. So those are my 4 tips. This is about basic technique, all right? So finger on the tip, thumb down low, straight, in the middle of the back of the neck, wrist out, and squeeze tight. Do those things. If you have any trouble, go use this as your troubleshooting, all right? Anyway, let's go ahead now and learn these chords. So G major is the first one we're going to do. Now, quickly, I'm going to let you know that I'm numbering your fingers. The pointer finger is always, when we refer to the guitar, is always number 1. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pinky is 4 on the left hand, unless you're left-handed, and it would be here. Most people are right-handed. It's going to be like this. If you're unaware, these things are called frets. The metal bars here on the guitar, and in between that is where you put your finger to play a note in the middle, but not right in the center. See how that's in the center? Right by the fret. Just behind it, not on top of it, but just behind it, all right? So we refer to the frets as numbers, right? This is the first fret, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8, 9, 10, and so on. They just go right in order. And then the last thing, so we refer to our hand, to the frets, and then the strings on the guitar. Now the little one is actually called the first string. This is confusing sometimes. However, when we say the numbers of the strings, we say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is the big one, not the first one. Don't let that confuse you. So if I say go to the third string, where are you going? 1, 2, 3. Also the G. All right? So that's all the info you need. Now let's begin and let's get these chords down. So I'm going to be telling you what to do based off of those things. So put your second finger on the third fret of the sixth string. It's a lot, but second finger, third fret, sixth string. Now, everything that we do, I want you to also test with your ears. Make sure the note you're playing sounds like the note I'm playing. Does it sound the same? Always use your ears to make sure if you're playing the right stuff. Remember, music is an auditory sense. We use our senses, right? We feel it, but we hear it first. So you have to make sure it sounds the same. Always use your ears when you're learning. Okay, first finger now. So second finger here. First finger, second fret of the fifth string. Make sure it sounds like that. Now we're going to take the third finger. We're going to put it on the third fret of the second string. And now we're going to also squeeze our pinky in, also on the third fret of the first string. That means the second, third, and fourth finger are all on the third fret. We use these two are just going to be open when we play them all 6 strings. That's what it sounds like. Another way you can play it, if this is tough for you, is instead of playing with these 2 fingers here, take your third finger and put it on the first string and just take the pinky off. Now we're only using 3 fingers. It's an alternative way to play G major. All 6 strings again. This is just an option for you. Choose what you prefer. However, I want you to give both of them a try. And that's how you do it. Now, if you can't hear something ringing out, make sure you're on the tips of the fingers, right? Because sometimes if they're back, they're blocking strings. That's why you have to be on the very tip. Which also means you have to cut your fingernails, right? We need to have very short fingernails here so we can be on the tip. All right, so that's G major. Let's go ahead and now and learn C major. All right, so C major, we're going to use 3 fingers. Third finger, third fret, 5th string. Next, second finger, second fret, 4th string. Second fret of the 4th string. Next, first finger, first fret of the 2nd string. And now this one is important. Remember, do not play the low 6th string. You start on the 5th string and go down. You play 5 strings. Don't play the low E. That is the sound of C major. So make sure you're getting this one down. If you have any trouble, remember to check out the 4 tips. All right, next let's go ahead and play D major. D major uses 3 fingers. We're going to use the first finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string. Next is going to be the 3rd finger, 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Last, 2nd finger, 2nd fret, 1st string. Now this chord only plays 4 strings. We start on the D string open, the 4th string, and we strum down. There's D major. Bam. All right, last one, E major, the easiest one. We're using 2 fingers, the 1st and 2nd finger, 1st finger, 2nd fret, 5th string. Next, 2nd finger, 2nd fret of the 4th string. Now this one we play all 6 strings, big sound. E minor. The only minor one we're doing. So that is it, guys. Now an alternative way to play this chord would be with these 2 fingers as well, the 2nd and 3rd. See that? It just depends on what chord is coming next, actually, for which is more convenient. Anyway, though, that's the 4 chords. I hope that all makes sense. Now, your challenge now is to memorize these 4 chords. So make sure you watch this video. Use my tips. I promise they're going to help you a lot. promise. And memorize these 4 chords. Make sure you put all the stuff in the right places. You check out the 4 simple steps to making sure you can hear everything nice and clear. Every string should sound nice. And the very beginning, yeah, it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So don't beat yourself up too much if you're having a tough time. It just takes, time. You just got to keep doing it. So anyway, that's it. These are the 4 chords. Memorize these chords. And then check out the last 2 videos in this little series. And we're going to be putting these chords in another order. We're going to play G, D, E minor, and C. In that order. And that's like the recipe for so many pop songs. So anyway, guys, stay tuned. Memorize these chords. And when you got them down, when you got them in your head, go ahead and move on to the next video. I'll be seeing you in the next lesson. So get to practicing. Have a wonderful time. See you later.